name's Bobby Lynge. I play guitar in the band Fit for a King. I'm 24 years old. I live in Fort Worth, Texas. I've been playing music for about 10 years now and been touring full-time for about 4.5 years. It is absolutely imperative that people in our realm of music understand how to piece a song together properly. The production process is crucial. It's key. If you don't know how to write a song the way that people are used to hearing songs be written, you will not grab the attention of the consumer. There are ways to go outside the box and there are ways to change things and make things a little more unconventional, but at the end of the day, sticking to the guidelines of how songs have been written for centuries is crucial, absolutely crucial. The plugins that I use most while writing are Superior Drummer by TuneTrack, Steve Slate. I use the McDSP suite a lot, ML4000 for mastering, JST Menace for basically everything guitar related, even clean tones. That's it. I stick with the basics. Generally, compression, equalization, delays, reverbs. Just for pre-pro and demoing, I'll use just the stock plugins that come with the DAW. My favorite JST plugin, Menace. I've used Pod Farm for years. The day that I found out about amp simulation, I bought Pod Farm, fell in love with it, obviously. A lot of guys have used it. Saw Menace online, piqued my interest, saw a couple of guys using it, said, what's the big deal? The settings that it just came stock with immediately sounded better than my preset that I was using with Pod Farm. And that was it. What I love most about JST plugins, it's very what you see is what you get. It's only one amp. Compression, there's the EQ, cab, 4 microphones, overdrive, that's it. You can't spend an entire day or an entire week fine-tuning your tone because there's just this one amp and it sounds so good as is, whereas with every other, there's 50, maybe 100 different amps to choose from. You find yourself digging and searching, spending tons of time, probably wasting time, messing with amps that you might think that might land in your final production, but more than likely will not. While creating music or writing a new song, generally, it sounds kind of weird, but it starts in the shower. I'll pretend like I'm the front man of my band while I'm in the shower. And it's really awkward, I know, but I try to envision how I would like the song to feel, how I would like the crowd to interact during certain times. Start to feel the song, and then I'll hear a riff, I'll find the BPM, I'll feel the drums, try to remember the riff, I'll get out of the shower, dry off, and I'll continue to hum it in my head, go to the studio, lay down the first thing that comes to mind, and go from there. Key ingredient to creating a great production, there is a glue that is necessary between the song and the music listener or the consumer, whatever you want to call it. It is 100% just so important that you try to put yourself in the shoes of the music listener. Don't think about, man, like what would I enjoy, you know? As you get older, you start to like different kinds of music. Maybe your brain isn't as receptive to new bands, so you have to think like, well, this is our market, this is our key demographic. What does this person want to listen to? What does this person like from our band? So you take that and you think about the things that your band is good at. Maybe you have a phenomenal vocalist that can sing all over the place. Very impressive range, really cool screams, maybe he yells really well. Showcase that. It's really crucial to stick with what you know is going to at least be somewhat impressive to a music listener. The transition from analog to digital, the debate could go on and on and on. They both have their place, obviously. The way I like to look at it is there are things that analog gear can achieve that digital can't. And on the other hand, there are also things that you can do with digital equipment that you cannot do with analog equipment. As the music industry speeds and speeds and speeds up, moves faster and faster and faster, there's more bands, there's more guys with home studios. Digital equipment is crucial. It's much easier to understand, much more affordable. Digital equipment, plugins, software, whatever you want to call it, are readily available, very accessible, and very easy to understand because you can just hop on YouTube, figure out how to use a plugin. JST has had a massive impact on my creative process. I'm writing much faster, I'm mixing much faster. My workflow is booming. I can work so much faster, so much smoother. When you have to write 10, 11, 12 songs for your own band's album and you're mixing for another band and writing for another band, there's so many things going on and sometimes it's hard to keep up, but JST JST has made it that much easier to keep it moving. Here's the big thing with JST plugins that people need to pay attention to. Simplicity, of course, minimalistic approach, crucial. But one thing that a lot of people perhaps don't think about, price point. These plugins are extremely affordable. There's no messy authorization, there's no iLock, there's no this, no that, no dongle needed. One of my favorite things, downloaded the plugin, went to install it, and you just hit okay, 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 okay. And it's exactly where you need to be. You open your DAW, and there it is in your plugin window. I love that. There's one big thing, several big things that composers and producers can gain from using JST, but the one thing that I want to touch on, just a boost in sound and quality. I can speak from personal experience that going from a plugin like Pod Farm, trying other manufacturers, trying other amp sims, and then landing on Menace, my guitar tone was immediately so much better. It had that really, really good string definition, that really nice clarity that you tend to lack with other amp simulators. Just fidelity and audio. Inside gain reduction, genius. I don't know why more people haven't thought of this. There's a lo-fi and a mix inside this vocal suite, which is the coolest thing ever. Anything that sits stereo in the mix that I don't need in the foreground, lo-fi it. Maybe back off the mix a little bit, and it will be very, very nice. So.